Well, as we were walking in the studio, Team USA walked off the pitch with control of its own destiny. The Americans tying England 0-0, no score. And that's a huge result. Why? Because earlier today, Iran took down Wales 2-0, a huge upset. And one that came with some controversy, too, because the Iranian players sang the national anthem today after appearing not to do so in their first game. Our Tehran bureau says they were definitely under pressure from the government. Telemundo sports anchor Carlos Yustis is in Doha. So, Carlos, catch us up on some of these big upsets in these games.
Hi, Lindsay. Good evening from Doha. Yeah, I mean, the result from Iran actually made things really complicated for the USA because now the only result they can get on Tuesday when they face this team is a win. That's it. They cannot afford to lose any points if they want to make it to the second round, something that is really important for the team, given that this is their first participation in 8 years after they didn't make it to Russia 2018. So for the U.S., after facing what they saw today with a really low block and basically defending against England, they're going to have to go all out. They have to try to make those weapons that they have with these youngsters work for the team, and we'll see if they can get the result.
So now every team has played at least one game. Who's looking like the early favorite in the tournament, and what team are you most surprised by? That's a two-prong one.
Well, I think the biggest rival to beat in this FIFA World Cup is Brazil. Even before it started and after we saw them, the quality of their players, the stars that they have, it's a really cohesive team that has moved along away from what the Jogo Bonito was, and they're being a little more offensive and a little more effective, and they're being able to get the results. Then is the team of Spain, which is the complete opposite. It's a really young team with a lot of stars that are just emerging, 18, 19-year-olds like Gavi, but they're really well coached by Luis Enrique. So to me, they're the second favorite. And the third one, I still will put England, regardless of how they look today. They were able to put 6 goals past Iran. They also have a really young team that has been able to win the World Cup at the U17 and the U20 level, and they're still getting together. And then obviously we'll see it tomorrow, but Argentina has to be in that group, and we'll see if Germany can also pull it off after losing to Japan, which is one of the surprises along with Saudi Arabia.
Take us to the ground. What's the energy like?
It's been fantastic. I mean, you see it here. We're in the Pearl. It's an area that was built basically for the tournament, and little by little, a lot of fans have been coming in. We have a really big contingency with fans from Argentina and Mexico, which will clash tomorrow at the Lusail Stadium, and it seems to be like a really big energy. There's a market known as the Souk Waqif, where there's a lot of people going from all over the place. So little by little, as we stayed here in the tournament, we saw that there's that vibe of World Cup moving on in the tournament.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.